Greetings friends, and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be all about monthly budgeting. Here I have a template that you can also access down in the description box below. So let's get started. Here we'll go ahead and see some quick get started instructions, but I'm a visual learner and I like when things are shown to me. Let's start out with $2,000 because that's what I have currently in my bank account. Now here to the left, you'll start to see your start balance versus your end balance. Right now it's 2,000 and 2,000 just because we haven't plugged anything in. You're gonna go ahead and scroll down and then you'll see your expenses versus your income. This is also really nice because it's gonna show you what you plan to spend versus what you actually spend. Now that we're in our expense column, we have all these different categories. You can customize these categories to your liking. For me, I'm gonna delete these columns just because I know that I really don't need them. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that and hit OK and delete those. Now it's all about customizing your expenses and what fits for you. Also, feel free to add expenses if you feel like, hey, well, I don't have a pet, but I do have rent. So let me go ahead and add rent as an expense. So now that we have all of our categories in place, we're now going to go ahead and look at the cost for each category. For food, myself, I know I spend anywhere from $100 to $150 a month. So I'm going to put $125 because I know sometimes it varies. For gifts, should a birthday come up and I like to get my friend a gift, I'll go ahead and spend anywhere under $30. For medical health, I pay about $15. And then for utilities, this includes things like power, lights, gas. I spend about $60. So now that we're in our income tab, I plan to get at least $4,000 every month guaranteed. So that I have that. If you get any bonuses or if you get any tips, you want to go ahead and add that column for tips or add your bonuses amount right here in this column. And if you have some savings money that you take out every month or that goes into your checking account, you might want to go ahead and add that here. But for this, I'm just going to keep this simple for general purpose. As you tap down, you're going to see transactions. Go ahead and click on that. Now here, you're going to put the date of the expense, the amount you spend, the description, as well as the category. So the date, I'm going to go ahead and start with my rent, which usually comes out the first of the month. I typically spend around $300. I'm gonna put rent, payment, and then I'm gonna go ahead and select the category, which is gonna be rent. You can double click to change the dates. Now my utilities typically come out on the 15th. Since it's the summertime and I haven't been turning on the heat, I've only been paying about $15, and that's for PG&E, gas and electric, and we'll just select utilities. So now you're just gonna go through and put down each item that counts as a expense. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same for my income. So I typically get paid on the 1st, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. And then since this month of June is longer, I'm going to go through and select the dates that I'm going to go ahead and get paid. Now, I typically make $2,000 every 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that as well. And this is going to be payday. And we're going to label this as paycheck. Now that we have all of our expenses as well as our income reported, now we're going to go back to our summary tab and see our generator report. So as you see, we started out with $2,000 and it looks like we saved over $5,000, which is really good. We plan to spend a little over $600. We actually spent around half of that. Same thing with our income. We only plan to make $4,000, but instead we made $6,000. And then here at our expenses, I love this. This is my favorite because this is where you get to see where you have saved money. Now, for food, I typically spend $125. I only spent $80, and what I saved was $45. For gifts, it looks like I didn't buy any gifts. So I pocket that extra $30 that I thought I was gonna spend, and now I can add that to my savings. I actually saved a lot of money this month. Just go back to our expenses, and I want to show you guys how this can work for you. So let's say I spent about $1,000 on getting x-rays, and I needed x-rays because I needed x-rays for my teeth. Now when I go on my summary, it's going to show me in the negatives. Why? Because I only planned to spend $15 in medical health, but I actually spent more than that. So it put me in the negatives. So of course the amount that I save monthly is going to decrease. This is a great template to keep track of all of your finances, to see what's coming in and what's coming out. Be mindful that having a budget can be very helpful. Be sure to like this video, turn your post notifications, and if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel.